I'm ready. My name is Amy Carrick, and I'm in the dog project for 4-H, and I'm a senior, and this is my first year at 4-H. The title of my presentation is The Rise in Canine RSV Cases, and basically what I'm going to be talking about in this is why canine RSV cases have been rising, like, recently, as far as, like, December 2023 to now. So I'll dive into that. So for starters, RSV stands for a respiratory syncytial virus, and it is a virus that spreads through the air, and it's made up of viral pathogens. And RSV could really be for any species, but they don't really pass the virus between each other. So like canine RSV, that's just like dogs with that, they just pass to each other. So like if a human had RSV, they're not going to pass it to a dog or anything like that. Also, some symptoms of RSV, they usually show up within 1 week. So if your dog gets RSV, these symptoms will start showing within a week of it. They are coughing, fatigue, labored breathing, sneezing, nose or eye discharge, lack of appetite, and depressed behavior. So if you notice your dog having any of these symptoms, you should probably contact a vet. That's what's recommended in the precautions. Sometimes RSV symptoms can advance into pneumonia, but they usually don't. And the reason for the cause of alarm in the recent cases are that they've been like really surging. So it's been noticed by vets that the cases have kind of been doubling more so than they would usually. So usually when there's like an RSV canine breakout like this, it's not as big as it has been. It's also been noted that there's thousands in surge, so like thousands more than usual are coming up. It's also, the vets have also been like stating like usually per week they'll have at least 1 to 2 dogs come in like with severe cases of RSV, so like dogs who can't breathe at all and their pulse is going down because it's so bad. And also, at first they thought it was kennel cough, which is kind of like a common flu for dogs, but and they just treat that with doxycycline. But they were trying to use doxycycline to treat this thing, and it wasn't going away. So they were like, "Whoa, what's this?" So they sent the bacteria into a lab, and they found out that it's actually a new type of bacteria, and they're not really sure what it is yet, but they're still testing on it. So that was kind of alarming for them because they were trying to treat these dogs who were sick, and they weren't really getting better at all. And so yeah, people were vets and professionals, they're trying to speculate on why the cases are getting so bad now with RSV, and they've kind of been speculating that it could have something to do with the COVID lockdown that happened in 2020. Because during 2020, a lot of people got dogs. Like it was graphed that a lot of people were getting puppies, and since there was a lockdown, those puppies weren't able to like go to dog parks and socialize with other dogs much. So their immunity kind of was bad because they weren't able to get sick and raise their immune system. And also at the same time, a lot of vet clinics were shut down, and you weren't able to get into them. So they didn't get their vaccinations, and so now. The RSV virus has kind of mutated, and it's like able to attack these dogs who have bad immunity systems, and that's kind of what they were speculating is the reason for all the deaths. But they also said that RSV is pretty common. It's just a bad thing now because of the dogs with low immunity and possible mutations to do with the new bacteria, but they've stated that dog owners should remain cautious, but they shouldn't be too alarmed about it. Does anyone have any questions?
Is there any vaccine for
them? Not yet. With this new one, they don't really have a cure for it yet. Mainly they're just hoping the dogs will get over it on their own. They're working on one right now, but they haven't been able to cure this new surge of RSV, like the mutation.
Okay. And why did you choose this subject?
I chose this subject because I'm interested in dogs, and I've heard about the RSV cases that are surging in the news right now. So I decided to look into it and try to put a presentation together on it.
If you have a dog, what would you do to protect them from this virus?
I think I try to follow the precautions, which are social distancing dogs. So I try to keep my dog away from other dogs, and if she showed any symptoms, I'd take her to the vet right away, and then we'd try to medicate her best we could. But yeah.
What is the recovery method if your dog is sick? How can you help them get better?
If your dog is really sick, then usually you'll just have to like have them at home and try to like tell them to take it easy. But for the severe cases, they were putting IVs in the dogs and letting them rest in the hospital to try and like help them that way. But all they can really do is just try to give the dog the best medical support possible, like IV wise, but they don't really have an exact cure. So that's kind of why it's such a problem.
Thank you. Do you have any questions?